You know that moment when you realize that you can't get to where you want to go unless you ask for help, unless you release the control, the chicken neck choking of trying to get it all figured out by yourself and ask for help. I'm in that boat right now. I'm having this aha moment of it's time I let go of control. If you're anything like me, then maybe you were someone who always had to take care of yourself. Someone who figured things out as you went. If you didn't do it, it wasn't done right. It was your control. It was the only thing that you could control of life, because we can't control life. And that was the tasks that you put in front of yourself to move forward, whatever it was. Whether it was taking care of the household, doing DIY things around the house. For me, it's writing and starting this new business that should be fun. And I'm excited. I see big visions with it. Yet now it's putting into place all those little steps. And with all the studying that I've done, because that's what you do whenever you're looking to grow, you can't grow if you don't manage your time correctly. If you don't allow others to come in to help as you expand. Now, I'm just in the beginning phases. I'm not really even in the position to be paying someone to help me do the work that I need to be done. I'm at this point where I'm building the structure, where I'm figuring it out. I'm building the structure so that as time moves forward, I have this structure to then pass on to whoever I hire to do it for me. And there's a whole system behind this. And I'm not going to get into it today, but if you're interested, let me know in the comments, and I would love to share with you steps for whenever you're ready to hire on someone. But today it's about releasing the control. It's about coming back and not so much fixating on having to do everything myself to make sure that it's done correctly. It's letting go and actually receiving. Here we are, full circle, back to that feminine energy. There's the balance. There's the masculine energy of putting forth the plan, of figuring out what needs to be done. But then there's the feminine energy that is the flow and allowing yourself to be able to receive, allowing yourself to not be so rigid on having to have things a certain way, but making a decision and then going with it and seeing what happens. I realize that right now I am beyond a little stressed. And it's funny because the answers are being given to me, yet that the major challenge that I'm facing right now is the questioning. Should I follow? Should I follow what I'm being told? Should I just figure it out myself? Well, there's always pros and cons to either way. I guess it all goes down to the priority. Right now, I'm in a little bit of a rush. I'm not full-blown rushing, but I am aware that whenever I figure things out on my own, it takes quite a bit of time. And if you have read or if you know anything about Napoleon Hill, there is a chapter in his book, Think and Grow Rich. Is that it? Yes, Think and Grow Rich. And it's all about the mastermind. It's all about bringing in people who specialize or who are more stronger in certain areas where you may be weaker. Henry Ford was an example that he brought in. Like, I believe Henry Ford only went through so many years of schooling just through elementary. Either way, he wasn't the most book smart person. But something that Henry Ford had in his back pocket were his connections, were his network of people, his mastermind that he brought in to excel in the areas that he wasn't so good at. He excelled in bringing in the people. And gosh, to be able to pick that man's mind right now would be absolutely fantastic. But here we are, just having the inspiration of knowing that That's how he did it. That's how Henry Ford became who Henry Ford is. We all know Ford. And so there's the redirection into accepting, I suppose, accepting the fact of allowing a mastermind, allowing other people to help, receiving the knowledge from people who know more than you do in whatever area. And whether it's your business, whether it's, I don't even know how to tie your shoes. Surely you know how to tie your shoes, but just anything. It kind of goes back to YouTube University. If we don't know how to do something, then we'll Google it, or we'll get on YouTube, and somebody somewhere, hopefully, has created a video so that we can figure it out. I don't understand why I am having so much challenges right now with moving forward with the information that I have gathered. Because I guess ultimately it all relies upon my decision. And if my decision is wrong, then I fail. But it's not the end of the world. So what is really holding me back? Pretty much the fact that it's all new. Pretty much the fact that here is my inner subconscious. Here is my safety zone. And moving out of my safety zone is scary. There's fear of the unknown happening. Maybe it's a little bit of self-sabotage. Maybe it's a fear of succeeding. Because honestly, the only way you can't succeed is if you stop or just keep repeating the patterns that you already know, which is practically, it's not stopping because I guess you're still moving, but it's still, the momentum is not moving forward. So the only way to succeed is to move forward, to face the fear. And this is where we're at. This is where we're at. So the challenge is releasing control. The challenge is facing fear head on. And this just occurred. This just came to light, and I really haven't been able to sit with myself because I feel like I'm running out of time. And so, yeah, it's the fear. And so honestly, now I just get to sit with that for a moment and allow it to disperse. Take some deep breaths. I think I'm going to shower and just know that it's not the end of the world. The steps forward that I need to take don't even cost anything. So it's not like I'm losing anything but time. And it's not really even losing time if it's moving forward. Even if it doesn't work out. Even if this one decision doesn't work out, it's still putting me ahead for the next move. That failing forward. You have to learn to fail in order to succeed. But all these little programmings, all these little mental conditionings, this embarrassment, it's just all fear. It's all coming up from not wanting to fail, which, why? Why is that such a big deal? So, releasing the control. Releasing the control and moving forward. Honestly, it all comes down to your why. Why are you doing this in the first place? What is that emotionally driven why that you even want to proceed forward? Because if that why isn't strong enough, then you will very easily go back to what's comfortable and talk yourself out of it. And so why? I ask you, why is it that you want to move forward? I mean, there's some obviouses there. I know my obviouses. I know that where I've been for the last couple of years, I am ready to graduate from. I am ready to actually create the life that I've been wanting to create, that I have been imagining. And right now, it's here. Like, everything is in front of me. I just have to go after it. I just have to put the action into steps. And putting that action into steps requires letting go of control, letting go of the attachment to the exact outcome that I prefer, and just allow it to flow. Be open to the opportunities that arise as the flow goes. So I'd love to hear from you. What is something that you have had massive control over that if you let loose a little bit, allowed somebody to come in and help, allowed yourself to receive some help from someone else, something else, that would make your life easier. Right now I'm thinking of a post hole digger. Back on the farm, we had a manual, like it had 2 little arms and this steel body that you would slam on the post hole or on the post to make a fence. And it was very manual. It was still a tool. It helped way more than, say, a sledgehammer, but it was just the next step. Now, like, depending upon how much you want to spend or what kind of tools you had or inventory you had access to, there's automatic. There's like full-blown machines that just pound those posts down into the ground. So you don't have to go balls to the wall, but I invite you to allow a little bit of help in your life. I invite you to notice where you could maybe just let a little bit of control go. Allow someone to help you. Allow something to help you. Utilize a tool that can make your life easier. And know that everybody needs some help. Everybody could use a little love in some area of their life. So hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments, what are you letting go of control-wise? Or at least loosening the grip on? Until next time.